Everyone stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could I have all the military people, police officers, fire department, any security people, please stand up. Thank you. Okay, we've got a bylaw thing, a vote. We have to vote on bylaws today. People that voted online on the bylaws, how many have voted online? Okay, you can't vote. This is just today's vote. Right now we got 100 people saying yes for the change of the bylaws and 4 people saying no. How many people right now want the bylaws changed in here?
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
If you haven't voted online? If you haven't voted online.
if you haven't voted online,
What's the change?
the money's going, it's going from 36 to 48, I knew that.
Per year.
So, and it's necessary to go up because, just because the cost of everything. I gotta see hands, please.
And if you'll keep them up until we can count them.
You can't hold it up that long.
18. So that's 118 yes, and how many no? Any no's on the bylaws changes? Okay, the bylaws have been changed, 118 to 4 no's, and again, it's a necessary because of just the price of oil, saw blades, you name it, oil went up tremendous. So, and every penny, again, every penny that is spent here goes towards a membership. So if we try. One thing we're going to talk about is the bylaws. I have to apologize. I kind of don't know what I'm supposed to talk about tonight. I was supposed to get but anyway. There are lockers. We do have lockers out here. We do rent them. $3 a month. You have to pay for the whole year. You have to pay for the whole year, and it's your locker. They're nice lockers. They stay out of the weather and all that stuff. If you want to rent a locker, you talk to that man right over there at the red hat. Locker. Silversmith. We've had our ups and downs in silversmithing, but it's still going. And Vicky, she's one of the leaders of silversmithing. Come up here and tell them what's going on.
He just wants me to come up here because then he knows I'll fill the time and he doesn't have to talk.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about. We're gonna get started again in November. I think it's either the 7th or the 8th. So keep an eye on your email. We may end up having to have the first series of classes back outside like we did last year, but the weather will be good for us. So we'll be in great shape. And we'll get our building going here shortly. We're working on it, folks. We're working on it. And I just avail yourselves of this. You just don't understand what an inexpensive exposure this is to silversmithing. When I went and took my classes, it was like $300 and $400 a pop for one class. And you're gonna go through our program, 3 classes, cost you what, 35, 45 bucks now with the raise in prices. And you've got the basic skills to start making your own jewelry. You've got enough to start looking on the internet, doing some reading and designing your own pieces and making your own dreams come true. So I think it's a great program. All right? Yeah. Anything else? Any questions?
Well, the silversmith, it's going pretty good, but we've had our problems. So, but,
72.
Tom, trustees, got anything you want to talk about?
No, I don't.
Thanks.
Can I help you now?
You could be done by 7.
I would normally, but I got a new man that you're going to introduce taking over security, and that's my big job right now.
Well, another thing, Mike, what we've changed too is a camera system in here. It's, one guy's gonna be in charge of it, and that's gonna be Mike, and he's the only one that's gonna be, if somebody's missing something but again, we do have, keep getting reminded, God, if you lose something, it's not our problem, but if you got a $50 watch there and it's gone, when Mike gets this straightened around the security camera, then you can call him, let us know, and he can probably,
Play it back and blame it on the vice president.
he can zoom in on it and find something. Don't be shy about that. So. Tom, do you have any? Tom's a trustee too. Tom, you got anything on?
The show?
No, yeah.
Okay, no.
You wanna talk about anything?
Nope. No show.
Yes.
Can I talk about security real quick?
Yes. Mike, you want to come up with that?
He's got it.
This is for the show.
This is for the show. Okay, my name is Mike Vella, head of security at the show this year, and we've got 2 sign-up logs, one for day shifts and one for the overnight shifts. And the overnight shifts need one more for Saturday night. And when you look at these sign-up sheets for all the different functions of the show, disregard where it says 8-hour shifts. Okay? The show is 8 hours on Saturday, 7 hours on Sunday. The shifts go like 5 to 1 for overnight, and then we have 1 to 9 for the night. And then for the day shifts, 8:30 to 11:30. So it's not an 8-hour shift. So if you look at this, I still need some more volunteers. And a couple of benefits of the volunteers, you get more members. And if you don't know that any of the volunteers, whether you work on any of the rock sales or anything else, we do provide free food. So it's a lot of fun. I did it last year for the first time. You meet a lot of people. So during the break, sign up. I need some more people. And everybody else, I looked at the other sheets here. We need a lot of people to help out. So it's a lot of fun. It's like 3-4 hour shifts and meet a lot of people, and we'll have a good time. Thank you.
And for security, that's the only way to get an employer's hat.
Oh yeah, you get a hat.
A lot of people want them, but if they don't do the time, they don't get the hat.
There you go.
I just wanted to say I did security last year before the show, and John McAllister, and I got a chance to look at all the rocks before they opened, so kind of get a little peek at everything, kind of know where you want to go.
There you go.
Insider training.
And we're the last ones to leave,
And
so you can make deals at the end too.
that's right.
Thank you.
John, the treasurer, he's pretty sick, so he couldn't make it today, but we got $50,000 in the savings, $8,601 in checking. But this time of year, we gotta kind of watch it, because the show money's gonna be coming in, membership money's gonna be coming in. We get all the snowbirds that start coming back, so we try and keep it at 50,000. We don't want to go below that, just in case something happens, so just be aware of that. And right now, if you get a chance to look at the saw room, you'd be surprised at all the saws out there. That guy right here, Tom, he helped get the saws and straighten the saw room out, and he really did a good job, really a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But he spent a lot of money too.
He saved a lot of money too.
But no, he did an excellent. Next thing we want to do is back where all the machines are, that's gotta wait till later on, till after the shows and stuff, and we want to fix that up, put new polishers and buffers in there, and it's coming along but slow. And the silversmith shop is really coming along good. Where'd you go? Over there. Oh. Vicky and Terry, they're doing a heck of a job on that too. Sometimes, you know. One thing we have to do is next month, we're gonna have to vote for president, vice president,
One for the
secretary, and one trustee. So that's next month's general meeting. That's the second Thursday of November. But if you wanna, I don't know, recommend somebody, where they go?
Sure.
But see, it's to me, it's kind of confusing. We got 3 people that you go to, but not too many of us know the 3 people that you go to. That's what's confusing for me. But that Sherry,
Sherry and,
she works Friday mornings, 8 to 12.
And Jason,
When does Jason work?
he works wherever we feel like.
Oh, and it's gonna be hard to nominate somebody.
That's right.
Tom,
Yeah, I thought the meeting before the voting month was the meeting that we nominated people for positions at, which would be this meeting.
Well, the president put a nominating committee together, and that's the 3 people that he used for the nominating committee.
see, I haven't heard anything from the nominating committee, not a thing.
Are any of them here tonight?
No.
No.
Why can't we nominate people tonight? You guys pass those names on to the nominating
Well,
committee.
we
You can.
We can do that.
Yeah.
You can.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'd like to nominate John McAllister for president.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
I would say, accept the nomination.
Tom, now as I was explaining to, now the procedure is, now that he's nominated, the invisible nomination committee is supposed to contact him and see if he really wants the job. That's the next step.
Right.
Then he'll be on the ballot. So we will pass it on to the committee, and they're supposed to contact you, John.
We'll make sure that happens, Tom.
Anybody have any nominations for, NEST? Yeah, any of the other offices?
There's one trustee's office open, I believe.
Yep, I'm done with my term this year.
There's a vice president's office open, treasurer, that's it.
Secretary,
Secretary.
all the voting members.
If nobody nominates them, then they stay in the position if they want it. Okay. Okay. Any more comments from anybody out there? Comments, suggestions? I mean, yes.
How do we know, like, if they nominated somebody, but like, you're sitting here looking at each other going,
Yeah.
fairly new.
John, you want to come up here and talk? Sure. Stand there and talk.
My name's John McAllister. I have a lot of things that I can offer the club. I care very much about people. I really care about people, and I care about this club. I see a lot of things that, not things that we would change, but things that might be improved on. I see some things that could be changed, but that would of course be only subject to whether or not the board would agree to that. I work hard at any job I do, any job. I've always worked hard. Never been fired from a job. And everyone that I've ever worked for has begged me to stay. So I think you'll find that if you do vote me as president, that you'll be very happy with the work I do, that you'll feel comfortable here. I can promise you that. You'll come here and feel comfortable. You'll never feel uncomfortable. This will be a place you feel at home. This is what we should feel when we come here. We come here to relax and enjoy ourselves. That's the way you'll feel if I become president. And I think we feel that way now most of the time. But there are times when maybe we could do a little better at it. Any questions? Anything that I could...
Do you live here year-round?
I do. I live right half a block away. Actually, I can walk here. Anything else?
What are all the duties of the president?
It's interesting. They're on our bylaws, and we got an email with the bylaws listed there. And it's a very short description, but it's basically to run the club, subject to approval by the board on many things, to appoint members, subject to the approval on the board. So it's not something where I can just decide something and it's going to happen. Everything that I do decide has to be run through the board, and they have to agree. It's going to be a vote on it. So you have a lot of checks and balances there. But basically, it's the day-to-day business running of the club. Making sure that we get our things done that we should get done so that you guys feel happy and comfortable doing what you want to do here. Anything else? All right, thank you.
We had a comment, somebody said, "We are a rock shop," and introducing silversmithing, but it says, "We are a rock shop." I think silversmithing and rock shop are kind of together. It's not, I don't want it to be rock shop, silversmith. I think we should work together with the silversmith laws. I disagree with that statement there, but that's just me.
Down here. I think I took silversmithing because I wanted to learn what to do with my rocks.
Yes.
I go out and find these beautiful rocks. What do I do with them now?
Come, shape them,
Yep.
and if you want to wrap them with,
Make jewelry out of them.
yeah,
So it goes hand in hand.
it goes hand in hand. I agree. Thank you. Any more comments on that? Yes.
As a relatively new member, I will say that I've been in lapidary for many, many years in Rocks and Minerals in the Eastern Federation. I will say when I made my first really nice special cabochon, a very unusual material, it was really special. You could see the proverbial flash in the squirrel's eye in the window. I mean, I put everything into it, and all I had was a store-bought setting to put it in. I took something really special, and in my mind made it perfectly mediocre. And that's when I went to Wild Acres and joined the Gem Cutters Guild in Baltimore and said, okay, gotta learn silversmithing, because if it's gonna be special, you gotta see it to the end.
Vicky, you have to say Vicky and Terry are really good at it.
I hope to get to know them.
So it's a fun thing.
I had an experience with the silversmithing. I took my first class last year. It was 1 week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday we made copper earrings.
Yeah.
Wednesday we soldered brass and copper together and made a pendant. And on Friday I made a turquoise and silver ring that we soldered and set the stone in. 1 week. It was amazing. My wife wears that ring every day. So it's incredible to me that I could do that in 1 week. And I can go out and buy the tools after that and just practice and practice and practice and get better.
Thank you, John.
We've got Colette. Could you come up here, please?
Oh, goodness.
If you see her walking around at the show, in the meetings, when you're here doing stuff, don't call her, please. Tell me what you're going to be doing.
Well, I started the Instagram page for the club because there is an existing Facebook page, but there wasn't an Instagram, and I think a lot of the club members aren't on Instagram, but it's good to have that presence, and we'll get new members with the page. So if you see me in here and I'm sneaking up with my phone, I mean, I'll be polite and ask first if you mind if I take your photo, but I'll maybe photograph your rocks, ask you what you're working on, just to share with whoever follows us. Even if they don't live in the state, they might just enjoy seeing the rocks we're working on. And then, yeah, for the show, I'll walk around and show what people are selling at the show.
She does
Help
a
promote.
pretty good job.
Sign up
of
for security, we'll get you a hat.
What's the Instagram name?
AJ Rock Club, it's right up here. Yeah, please follow us.
that. She's gonna keep everything kind of up to date, what we're doing at the show, like she said, and we appreciate her doing that, because she was in the day taking pictures. Yeah. So if you see her, don't be frightened, don't be afraid of her.
Yeah.
Membership.
Okay, with the people that came in and signed up tonight, we now have 545 members. That as of tonight, we're open for renewals for 2023. I need everybody to make out a whole new slip. My drawer gets pretty thick in there after a couple of years of memberships and renewals, so we're gonna call a lot and have new papers. Again, it updates our waivers and stuff like that, so it's a necessity. What else we're doing is with the voting of the bylaws, yes, our membership now goes to $48 for the year. I do believe that means the field trips are going up to $5 for a field trip. Didn't that go through on that? Because I thought they were on there. Okay. Well, okay, they're still at $4 for a field trip and, Four, yeah, that's what I thought, four, yeah. $4 for a field trip, $10 for a guest, if I'm correct.
Adult guest.
Adult guest, yes. Again, under the age of 18 is free here, and if you've read the bylaws, we made sure that it got in there for insurance purposes. Under the age of 18, they cannot operate any machinery in the shop. So, no fingers to be cut or gone here. Let's see, what else is there? We'll have a presence at the rock show, of course, and take new members and or renewals at that time, renewals now. Melissa, as of tonight, should be putting it out on, our communications gal should be putting it out on the internet. Everybody should be receiving a thing, it's time to renew in the next couple of days. Those that did sign up tonight, give us a couple of days. I will send my information, your emails and stuff like that on to Melissa. She will send you a message to join so you can get into our website. Look in your trash, your spam, or your junk mail, whatever it comes into, because that's usually where the first one ends up. After that, once you sign in and get your own password and everything else, you should start receiving stuff about the field trips, updates on what's going on with the rock show or anything else that's pertinent or what's going on around here, any classes and stuff, speakers or whatever. So, welcome everybody. Yes?
Can we renew and pay online?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, watch for that. I don't know if she was gonna do it tonight. It might be this weekend because she works full-time, so I give her a little leeway on when she does stuff, because after she's worked a shift and comes home and takes care of animals and then does this stuff, it's kind of like, okay, it's getting late. So, give her a little time and she'll have you up and running for us.
in there. You, come here. This young lady, when she was home in Wisconsin, this young lady took over the membership. She did okay.
I'm knowing that.
She did one heck of a job, so I'd like to just thank you. She's gonna keep doing it, but she's gotta, their business is getting kind of busy, but she's gonna keep helping them.
Yes,
So.
I'll be helping Lynette as much as I possibly can. And anybody that can help Lynette, especially at the show, definitely. She works a lot of hours, and I worked at the slowest season possible while she was back summertime, and it was still gangbusters. And towards the fall and the beginning of the year, it just goes up crazy. So anybody can help. It's only a couple hours at a time, even helps a huge amount. So if you're interested in helping out with that and getting more members and getting us all updated so everybody gets their emails, come see Lynette.
Thank you. This young lady is next. Linda, you're the secretary. Anything to say?
Well, I did want to say, hi guys. In addition to the Instagram, we also have a Facebook page and a YouTube. So if you are on either Facebook or YouTube, just search out Apache Junction Rock and Gem Club and you'll find videos. This one will actually be on there in a couple of days. Wave, you're on camera.
If you're hiding out from the lawn.
We used to have a chairman for the silversmithing and wire wrapping and stuff, but she kind of moved on. So we're gonna just do it by, if you wanna come in and talk to this young
Kim.
lady, she'll help you with silversmithing and talk.
I'll help you with wire wrapping.
Wire wrapping silversmith. But you know, come in and talk to the ladies for if you're interested in that. They're there. Or if there's any other things going on like rock cleaning or cutting or stuff, that will be on the web page. So just watch your web pages throughout the year. Well, youth program, Kim, she's not here. I'm not sure how that's going yet. Hospitality.
Me.
Kim, hospitality.
Yes.
Stand up.
Okay, thank you.
Derek.
Okay, so last meeting, we did something a little bit different with our raffles, as you noticed. We got rid of a lot of the jewelry, and we now just have a little bit of donated jewelry that actually has stones in them. It's pertaining to the club, and we have the gift certificates again. Now, there was a little bit of a learning curve last time with the gift certificates. I found out not everybody uses the saws. Not everybody wants a locker. So, if you do not do those things, we're gonna have one pile that is either a $10 or $15 off anything in the club. The next pile is going to be those little prizes like saw cuts, free t-shirts, free hats, and we do have the grand prize of the year-long membership dues for free, $48 value. Yes, Will was our winner last time. Or you can choose from one of the necklaces. So you're gonna have a pile that has just the money for those who don't want to use the shop time. There's gonna be a pile that has the gifts or the necklace. Now, last time you got 2 choices. This time, you get 1 choice, and you're still not gonna be able to see what you're picking. So pick the pile carefully, either the money pile or the gift pile. Money pile, you can't go wrong. It's anything you want with that, $15 off. So if you pick something and you don't want it, sorry, find somebody to trade with if you can. But anyway, that's how the new thing is going to go. If you have anything you would like to donate, we're still looking for rocks. Slabs you might want to maybe donate, we can use those for up here. If you do have jewelry, yes, we will still take jewelry and have it for the monthly meetings. If you also want to donate for the show, we're still taking items for the show as well. And
Now, how much are the tickets to win these prizes?
there are 6 tickets for $5 for both. We changed that also. Yeah. That's all. Any questions?
And then what about the 50-50? You run that too?
Well, I don't really run it, but I think.
But what is the 50-50? A lot of people might not know what it is.
Oh, 50-50? Shop gets 50% of the money, you get 50% of the money. So today, we accumulated $72, so that's $36 split for shop and for whoever wins the ticket. Thank you.
Question in the back.
Question in the back? Yes?
Too late to get any raffle tickets for today?
Pardon me?
Too late to still get any raffle tickets for today, right?
No.
Look at I just won.
I will roll you in the parking lot.
Okay. Budget update, we had
This is for
that.
this and this is for the.
Oh, there's another thing. If we start getting used equipment in, yeah, if we get something in, somebody want to buy it right away, but what we're gonna start doing is saving the used equipment that people donate to us and offer to the membership. We're gonna be putting it out, the next meeting at November, we're gonna have some used equipment out there that people can bid on, membership can bid on. We're gonna let the membership go through that stuff first. So if nobody bids on it, then we're gonna take it to the show. But some of it's pretty good stuff that people donate to the club. Yes, sir.
Is that gonna be a one-time deal on the equipment?
No, I'm not, I think we're gonna keep it up. We're gonna, if somebody donates something, we're gonna keep it out there for the membership. So, you come bid on it, and you find out about it, they're gonna put it online on the membership webpage. Any comments on that, or do you want it like that, or you want it different or something?
I just want to make a comment as what, how I understand this auction is not going to be a silent auction, but it's going to be open so that you know how much the bid is.
Yes.
So that when you bid, you're not just putting a bid out.
It's gonna be $20. You know, I don't know who's gonna be up there, probably Mike. No.
So if Jerry bids 30, I can bid 31.
Yeah, we're gonna start out, it's not gonna be a silent auction. It'll be after the meeting. That night, we're gonna just start bidding on it, we're just a high bid. Any comments on that, or objections, or? Okay, then we're start doing that. The shop manager, Larry's not here, but Adam moved on. He's been not feeling well lately. So Larry's the new shop manager, and he's been doing one heck of a job.
Russell.
So Larry was the shop manager. Russ is now, and Adam moved on. I think Russell there somewhere. Oh, there he is, hiding back there. He's gonna be helping with machines and stuff. Him and Russ do a heck of a job. Sometimes I get mixed up here. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about the show. One thing though, they really need help on that show. That show is one heck of a money maker. Last year, Tom made, I think, $12,500 for that what the club got. That was a heck of a tremendous amount. But I'm gonna let Tom and this young lady come up and talk. Come on up here, get up.
So my name is Tom Mortensen. I have, for the last 4 years, helped organize and get the show taken care of. We have turned it over now to a show committee of 3 people. Penny, I don't think Penny's in the room. Penny, Susan, and John McAllister. So keep in mind, if you vote John McAllister as the president, one of you is going to have to take his place on the show committee. Because I'm not doing it. The show this year is November 19th and 20th, 9 to 5 on Saturday, the 19th, 9 to 4 on Sunday, the 20th. Move-in is the 18th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so we have a sign-up sheet. We need as many volunteers as possible. We have the school band kids, they come and help us get everything moved in. It's important that we get the tables set up by 6 o'clock. Our vendors can come in at 6 o'clock and start setting up their booths, and a lot of them have a lot of stuff to do. So we want to get it done as quickly as possible. Takedown is Sunday at 4 o'clock as soon as the show's over with. We can use as many volunteers as possible for moving in and setting up and taking down. In addition to the stuff that Susan's going to talk about here. We have some flyers over here, and I'll have some posters here next week to distribute. Please take some of the flyers back to wherever communities you live. Distribute them to wherever you do business during the week. Really think about volunteering. I want to introduce Susan. She's in charge of our volunteer effort here, so she's going to make sure that all the booths are staffed and organized. And come on up here, because this is a lot of work, believe me. Go right ahead.
Okay, so I would like to welcome everyone, especially the new members. And I want to apologize to you guys. A lot of us have been here for several years, and we forget that you guys are new and don't know what is going on. So when it's our monthly meeting, and when you walk in the door, you're more than welcome to come on up, and there's the 50-50 drawing, which is where you get half of the income that is raised that evening, and the club gets half. And then there is where you get to be drawn as one of the winners. So that's why I tried to, everybody uses the lingo and nobody remembers that new people don't understand what's going on. Okay, so these flyers. Do you know how this club makes its money? Does anybody know how the club makes its money? Name me 3 ways that the club makes its money. Rock shows. What else do we sell? Memberships. What else do we do?
Use of the shop.
Use of the shop. That's it. This is why, unfortunately, the fees have to go up, but in life, everything is going up. Now, I did some research, and I've turned it over to John, and Dan Jarvis, who's in charge of our trips. Are you still going to stay? I've heard you, nasty rumor, you might be backing down. So,
7 months.
tell me, no, it's not true. But anyway, they went to Las Vegas. I've done some research here. Do you know how many other clubs are in this valley? Can anybody tell me how many other rock clubs are in the valley?
Just in the valley?
In the valley.
10.
Maybe. There's one in Sun City. To join Sun City's club, you have to live in Sun City. So everybody has to get up and go move to Sun City.
The East Valley or the whole Phoenix?
The whole Phoenix. They meet once a month. They have a meeting. They have no shows. They have no grinders, no sinders. They meet, they visit, they have a coffee clutch, and if you've made anything, you're welcome to sell it to fellow members. There is another club. It's out in the West Valley, and they don't have any saws or grinders or anything. You have to go to Daisy Mountain, and to get trained on the Daisy Mountain, it's like a center for the community. You have to take 3 or 4 several-hour orientations, and they're only open like once or twice a week for a few hours. This club has a lot going on. Does anybody know when this club was established? Does anybody know the year I was born? I was born in 1959. This club was established in 1959. We're now 60-something years old. I'm not gonna say exactly how many, but we're over 60 years now. Now, I took a look. Do you know what this little magazine rack is over here? We have archives. Go ahead and look at how much trouble they had putting on shows before with the fire department down in Mesa. I read in there that somebody used to call the Arizona Highways and get donations. I call the Arizona Highways. They offered to give us so many magazines to put towards our raffle. I've invited her as my guest to come out to the show. And I would like to get them to do a story on us. Could you imagine if we ended up in the Arizona Highways? So, I took over the raffle. I believe that the raffle needs to really be pushed. That's where we make, what do we do with those funds? Does anybody know? Scholarship funds. If we don't invest in our youth, okay, our world is already having enough issues, but what is it going to be like if we don't educate our children? Do you know how many gems and rocks and stone are in Arizona alone?
Lots.
Too many to mention, aren't there? How many field trips do you take a week?
Sometimes two.
Sometimes 2 a week. We went over to, did anybody do the Peridot? Has anybody been up there lately? It's gorgeous. Did anybody go over to do the Tourmaline in San Diego a couple of years ago? Nobody got to go do Tourmaline? Oh, it was so much fun. My great-grandfather was a miner in the San Diego County. He's written up in a book, and I'll have to bring in the book. I got to speak to, he was my great-grandfather, I got to speak to the great-grandson of his partner. They put me in touch with him while I was over there at the Palo Mine. This club has so many outings, so many things to do. The only way that we can make our money is to do the rock shows. These, I drive Uber and Lyft. I'm always handing them out to my passengers. I pull through McDonald's to get my lunch and I hand one out with my cash. Okay, I don't do it very often, but when I go down to get my haircut, I leave one with my haircut. Does anybody shop at Fry's? Do you think your cashier would like to be invited to come to see our show? Now, all of you who live in communities, you have a community center, a pool. How many other people go down there? How many people are looking for things to do with their kids? I have an adult developmental home. I foster in special needs adults. John and I are very busy. If John and I can do this, you guys can volunteer. They used to tell us, we'd like to see you volunteer. We're getting to the point where we're going to require that you volunteer. And it's not hard to do. If you're in doubt, give me a call and I'll give you all kinds of ideas. Somebody can be in charge of trying to find the Girl Scout leaders and invite all the Girl Scouts.
Sorry to interrupt, but speaking of volunteers, I don't know if you're aware, the board of directors passed unanimously that any club member that has a table at the show will sign up for sub and tear down.
Fantastic.
As a board member, I'd like to see that enforced.
I would like to too.
It is enforced.
I would like to too. Okay, so I put together all of these little things. This one is for rock sales. This one is for the fluorescent tent. Does anybody know what our fluorescent tent is? We actually have rocks that glow. We have these really wonderful flashlights that will make fluorescent rocks glow. Dan helps us with that one a lot. There is the admissions tables. There is the egg cartons. There is the Wheel of Fortune. There's the membership, the Ming Tree. Everything is separated. If you don't think you can handle one of these, come see me at the show. I will find something that you can do. I've had individuals who say, I might have this medical condition and may not be able to come, so I don't want to sign up. And I said, that's fine. If you're feeling good, come to the show, even if I have to find you a seating position. Even if I have to have you be the one to run down to see if the vendors need a Coke delivered or need a few minutes for somebody to sit behind their booth so they can visit the restroom. there are things that all of us can do to step forward and to help.
Just to reiterate one more time, we have a show in November, the one's coming up. We usually make about $500 to $6,500. We have a booth in January at the flag show, $1,000 to $1,200. And the show in spring, $12,500 to $13,000. So that is the primary driver of revenue for the club. So again, please participate if you can. Thank you.
I'd like to talk just a minute on this, at volunteering this stuff. We did talk at the board meeting about people volunteering, and some people want, you're gonna volunteer whether you like it or not. You're gonna volunteer whether you like it or not. I'm not for it. I'm for, if you wanna volunteer, fine. Again, but we need volunteers just to help keep the club going. I mean, it's just my opinion, I can't see making people volunteer. Some people are just plain too busy, some, it's your own.
If you get there to volunteer soon enough, there's donuts too.
There's something about that word volunteer.
So right now, we appreciate if you'd help out. There's no necessary, if you don't volunteer, you're gonna be on the blacklist. Watching you. Yes, sir.
If you volunteer, you don't have to pay to get in the show, is that correct?
We backed that off too.
You did, okay.
But if you're working at the show, you get in as long as you got your badge. But we did.
I had all the club members in with a badge.
Yeah, it was. We do let. Okay, we're still going to let club members in with a badge.
Yeah.
Free of charge yet. But if you want to donate something, that's okay.
Come to the show.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's a good show. Tom, and they're going to put on a heck of a show this year. Okay, any comments or questions or what?
I just want to reiterate on these volunteer things. I've been a member of this club for a few years, and I think I've always been involved in the shows. It's a lot of fun, actually. Yeah, it can be work. That's where the money comes in, right? You guys get paid so well, right? For volunteering, right? Yeah. Jerry, he gets paid really well for volunteering to be a vice president. No, it's fun, okay? You get to see all the different booths, all the different products that people are making. I mean, you guys here, you guys can buy a booth also and sell your wares there. I've done that for a couple of years, and I've done a few other shows too. It's a lot of fun. Do you make a lot of money? No. That's not the point. The point is that you're sharing your hobby, your love of rocks, making jewelry with everybody that comes in contact with you. Whether you're behind the booth or whether you're out walking the aisles as a security guard or whatever, you know. It's just a lot of fun. With over 500 members we got now?
Yeah.
545.
Holy cow, that's almost a record, I think. There's gotta be 100 people that can volunteer. At least 100 people.
Ken says the best thing about it, you come in before your shift starts, you can walk around. Again, I agree, the fun part is walking around, seeing what people got. I enjoy that.
You never know what you're gonna find.
And you get first pick to buy whatever you want to buy.
Well, that's true.
Before everybody else
Fair.
comes in.
This guy was vice president, trustee, I believe, monitor. He worked his worked pretty hard for 23 years. That age caught up to him.
Yeah. Can I borrow your stick? Thank you.
He did a heck of a job. There's a guy back there, hiding way back in the corner. His name is Tom. He's done a heck of a job too. So I'd like to give them to him. Ken's right. It's a lot of fun. It's just enjoyable. Is there any other comments or questions or?
I'd like to know if we could get a radio ad for the show.
Oh.
A radio ad for the show, one of the local radio stations.
Oh, yeah. You could talk to Congress.
In the past, I've seen them go on the interstate, those programmable signs, they even go so far as you get some of that.
So in the past-
These people work hard.
So in the past, we had a lot of public, what do they call public information spots?
Yeah.
That were free,
Yeah.
but they publicized the show
Right.
on the radios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need
Yep.
during the weekend, so they know, oh, there's something going on now, let's go, you know.
Yep.
And there's people that go out and put signs on every corner.
Yeah, I
Just
know
about, I mean, it's nuts, but yes, a lot of work.
You could sponsor a post either through Facebook or.
So I really believe that in the last year, that we've got, because like Mike said, we go out, we put signs at, 40 corners pointing towards the high school. We've got there's a sign here in Apache Junction, electronic sign that advertises the show. I've had it on the sign in front of the high school. We've got signs leading people off the freeway. And I honestly believe that we've gotten more response in the last year with our Facebook, Instagram.
This is for road signs.
Yeah.
This is to put up road signs, no one's signed up yet.
Yeah, we need somebody to help, or not somebody, several people to help us do that. But the Instagram, Facebook, and social media is probably more effective than anything else we're doing.
So I'm not sure the cost, but we could pay this, get in front of more eyes as well, if I create a poster.
You mean on Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah.
Can you find out how much it costs? Yeah, find out how much it costs, because we have an advertising budget. Right now, it's a bunch of signs stuck in the ground, right around town.
Exactly, and that's what I suggest along with handing out these cards, is every week when you go on Facebook, choose a day and put a blog on about the show. Bring it over and post it. Say, and you put out a special, I have a friend who spends a lot of money on jewelry. I invite her every year.
Well, share the, when you get the post from the club, that, I think this is how it works, right? You can share it, it goes to your friends, right? And so if everybody in here is sharing it to their friends, we're reaching a lot of people, and a lot of them are from the area.
You can also put it on Facebook Marketplace, and
Yeah.
it'll reach like 12,000 people for $9 in 3 days.
Yeah. Can you do that?
Okay, that's, one other thing, we talked about having a show out in the parking lot here, just for the members. Members can set up tables and stuff, and we charge, $50 a table? We charge $10 a table for members. But yeah, we've done that a couple times last year, and the club did okay on that. And it'd just be for the members, and we'd go around within a 5-mile radius or something. Tom said he'd help me hand out posters, pamphlets and stuff. But just keep watching, we weren't talking about it. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that, I didn't know you tried it before, I thought even a Sunday fun day when the club is closed.
So during COVID, we couldn't do the regular shows. We did a couple of those shows here, and we made a couple $1,000.
They still require state, or city license for that.
For the others, yeah.
Okay, Dan. Dan does a heck of a job on these, I like his comments.
I have one thing to say about these black security hats. You're not an authentic rock hound until you have one.
Thank you.
All right, well, I give my report about field trips. I'm gonna pass these two things around. One of them, this one, to me is a mystery rock. I don't know what it is. So I need some help. This one, I know what it is. And the question to you, and don't blurt it out, where did it come from? That's where it's where it came from is the thing we're gonna try to guess closer to the end of the meeting. So I'm gonna start here, pass it to the back, and then come back up the other side.
All right.
Most of you who have been in the club for any amount of time know that in this club we do a lot of field trips where we go out and hunt for rocks. I'm going to make a statement that I've made several times in the past. Because of the number of field trips we do per field trip season, which is like late September to into April, we probably go on 40 to 45 field trips in that amount of time. Sometimes it's 2 per week. We probably go on more field trips compared to all the other rock clubs in the United States. We may very well be the most active club in the whole USA. Some of you, when you walked in on this little table with the green tablecloth, there's some papers there. That's the field trip schedule between now and the end of the year. And that changes all the time. I'm always adding and swapping. So if you want to know how it is right now, make sure you grab one of those before you leave. Also at our club meetings, our monthly meetings, I do what's called the before and after field trips. About half of those little rocks down there, you'll see the dates are in the past. So between now and the last club meeting, those are the field trips we went on. And then there's always between now and before the next field trip where we're going. So you can kind of see where we've been and where we're going. And you can see what we're going to be collecting. In our club, some of you, this is something new. You've not seen these. Some of you have some of these, some of you do. These are what we call our field trip golden tickets. When you do something pretty special in this club, you might be awarded one of these. The way you can use these, some of our field trips are what we call unlimited, meaning if 200 people want to go, everybody can go. But sometimes we're limited by the owners of a mine or a property, and they can say, 15 people, that's all that can go. And so it's called a limited field trip, a limited participation trip. And we have several of those. And usually we have a contest to see who gets to go. And there'll be several contests coming up in the next few months. If you possess one of these, and a field trip is announced that requires a contest, you can say, forget that contest, I'm going. You can cash in your golden ticket. You don't have to participate, you're going, no matter what. Now, I'm going to award one of these tonight. Anybody who is willing to even volunteer to be president of this club deserves one of these. Also, as some of the prizes, there are golden tickets too. Use them wisely, because once you spend it, then it's gone, and you have to do something good again. That's my report for field trips. Any questions about field? Yes.
What are you going to do about the mayor trip? Are you going to send something out?
This week I'm sending out field trip and the full announcements. Because in the full announcement, which all club members should receive through email, check your email regularly, especially right the day or two before a field trip, because sometimes weather will cause a cancellation, and you might drive to Payson and you won't find anybody. So yes, I will be putting those out this week. Other questions? Yes.
I'd like to make a comment that I I appreciate the efforts you put into your description of your field trips. They're very witty and they make the field trips sound like they're worth going on.
If you don't know it already, they're slightly exaggerated. A few outright lies.
Dan, I think you should give yourself a golden ticket.
I get field trip leaders to go free anyway. Wouldn't do me any good. Yes.
Yeah, I want to know where that clear blue pond was.
Yeah.
Down the bottom of the perlite pond. It's there.
Yeah, which, where? Not the one I was at.
You have to use your imagination.
My imagination.
All right. Thank you very much. And yes.
I just wanted to say that unofficial field trips go out all the time. There are members of us that go out. Sometimes we go to the field trip sites that we've been to in the past. Sometimes we go to sites that the field trips don't go to. But unless you come to the club and mix with the members and get to know us, you won't know about these field trips. But we're willing to take you in our cars. We'll go out. Sometimes it'll be 2 or 3 cars meeting here at 7 in the morning, and we all go out and hunt for rocks. So it's not just those field trips, but by being a member of the club, you have an opportunity to go out on a lot of different field trips. I know I go out quite a bit more than just the trips. So.
I'll vouch for John because his fifth wheel is about a half block down the street and has a 4-foot wide ring around it of rock. And it's about 3 foot high. It's not trailer skirting.
Well, thank you. I'm having so much fun doing these field trips.
Do we have any comments for promote on the floor? Any comments? Any way we can make the club better? You know, do something different? I mean, we take everything into consideration. We do talk about it.
I'm the Ohio State fan. I do appreciate the color scheme change recently. Scarlet and gray. Go Bucks.
Anything else? Yes.
Any guest presentations scheduled anytime soon?
We kind of, the last 2 years, we kind of put that on, we couldn't get in, but we quit trying to find them. We are going to start trying to find people. Anything else? Okay, could I have your three children up here, please? We're going to do that. Oh, okay, you got it over here. We're going to figure out that.
So do we.
Come back this way.
10 out of that one and 1 out of that one.
You ready? You get to pick one.
So you're gonna pick, you're gonna pick.
Zero 6 3. Blue tickets. Blue tickets. Sorry.
063. We got a winner.
All right, so you get to choose. This is the money box. These are gifts.